Good day, everyone, and welcome back to Stationeers. So I'm assuming you've watched the previous two episodes, and so far you've stuck with me through the series. If so, thank you. I hope you enjoyed it. So today we're going to be doing a little expansion here off to the right, and more importantly, we're going to gain 2 more machines here. And I keep hitting F there for flashlight because I was playing another game where that is the flashlight. And, yeah. That is not the right key, especially when you've got your batteries selected for your life support system. So we're going to put down these 4 iron frames like that. We're going to need some iron sheets once more, so we'll take our iron sheets. We no longer need our tool belt. I'm actually just going to drop it here. Normally I would advise against doing so, but we're going to do so this time. What we're going to do is we're going to select our tool belt. We're going to transfer that over there by holding 6. Alright. Nice and clean. Yeah. We're going to right-click our torch again. We're going to weld these frames up here to the first level there. And then we're going to store our welding torch with it in the off position. We no longer need our flashlight. We'll put the iron sheets away for now. We're going to need them and the plastic sheets and for cable again soon. In fact, let me just place down some cable here. And then we'll actually get into, let me get everything ready so that it's all good to go here. Okay. And we'll connect this up there. Boom, done. Alright, so everything is wired already. So what we're going to do is we're going to turn on the autolave here. And we're still waiting for our gold. In fact, if you need the gold right away, what you can do is you can just turn off the arc furnace there. And as soon as it's done smelting the very last item, it will output what it's done so far. In this case, we've completed 31 of our 50. So that leaves 19 there. Let's get our switch belts again here. Next, we're going to take our copper here, or at least some of our copper, I should say, because we gathered quite a bit of copper. And we're going to start that. Alright. Yeah, your ore will want to roll around like that, so it's a good idea to, keep it in the pouch there. I'm actually going to place it there. Alright, so while we wait for our copper to do its thing, let's talk a little bit here. Oh, I never turned this on. There. Now we can charge that battery there. So I never talked about these particles that you see here. Whenever we use our welding torch, or in this case the arc furnace, it's going to generate pollutants, alright? And what these little particles are is actually gases. We're actually witnessing gases being generated, and it's showing you what direction the gases are essentially blowing like like the wind kinda. If we stand here, you'll actually notice that our external pressure, there is a little bit of external atmosphere here. It doesn't actually record it because it's less than a kilopascal, but we are getting some temperature readings there, which means there's some atmospheric temperature, and it's quite hot at 156 degrees Celsius. So let's not stand there too long. These suits are impressive, aren't they? Actually, if you want to really take a look at this, what we can do here is we can get out our data pad here. We don't need that one. We need the atmospheric one, which is actually what I put away at some point. Thinking, oh, we don't need that for a while. That's the airlock. That's the atmosphere. So if we light off, if we switch back here, and we can actually switch the tracker for an atmospheric analyzer. And when we turn it on here, as you can see, the pressure on the moon, there is no pressure, there is no temperature, there is no liquid, there is no, it's not finding anything. But if we stand over here, you'll find that we actually have, interestingly enough, 20% nitrogen, 40% carbon dioxide, and 40% pollutants being generated from the smelting of copper ore there. The pressure is 306. Well, it's fluctuating there, but somewhere around, on average, I'd wager about 500 pascals of pressure there. So, it's not a lot, but it is, there is some pressure that's being generated. So I'm going to switch back to tracker and let's place this over here. So if you are, if you were playing on, for example, Mars, though, you would actually find that there's a lot more carbon dioxide, and there is some atmosphere and stuff. And therefore, there would be some temperature. But here on the moon, we don't have any of that. No atmosphere. All right, so the first thing we're going to make is we're going to make a hydraulic pipe bender. All right, so you can just type in HYD there for hydraulic pipe bender. And we're going to see what it needs here. It needs, It needs 20 grams of iron, 2 grams of gold, and 10 grams of copper. So we're going to go ahead and get that started there. And if you hover over the activate button there, it will tell you that it's, the percentage completed there. It's currently at 6, 7. So it's going to be a little bit slow making this one. Some things are made fast, some things are made slow. If at any point in time we were to interrupt the creation here, it would have to start over. The good news is you won't lose your stuff because of that. The other thing I'm going to tell you is that when it's done constructing, it will output it, and then it will immediately begin production of another one. So you want to make sure you stop it before it does so, because otherwise you could just end up with a bunch of hydraulic pipe benders and you only are going to need one, at least starting out. So let's just take a look around here. We got some more silver, some more coal. It's best to do mining during the day, because it makes it easier to see stuff, but also because you can see your base. Alright, so we have a lot more coal here. I like our copper. Goodness gracious, I did it again. Let's see here. What else? Once again, what I really want to find is some silicon. So we're just going to venture off here a little ways. Is that silicon? Ooh, this looks good. Alright. So, alright, that should be easy to do. To relocate there. So that's good. We found a nice supply of silicon there. We're going to need that for electronics later on. Alright, so let's get back to the base here. Alright, so that should be, I should be able to find that again. Alright, we're at 63%. As you can see, it's going to take a little while. So what I might do is, I think I'm just going to pause right here. And I'll let you know when it's done.
Later.
Okay, we are almost done here. There it is. We're going to stop production. And I'm going to actually queue up the next thing we're going to be making, which is the electronics printer. Alright, as I said, we're going to be putting 2 of these things in here today. So we're going to right click it. And as I said, just like it's a lot like the auto lathe there. So we're going to place it down and we're going to have to construct it. So to construct it, we're going to take our welding torch, we're going to take our iron frames, right-click on, boom, done with that. Some more welding torch safety tips that I just now remembered I should probably discuss. If you were to use the welding torch and you were to nick the wire there, you would destroy the wire. But you can get that wire back with the wire cutters. It's just going to cause you a little bit of a pain in the rear. Speaking of cable, actually, we're going to need 4 more. And we're going to take our plastic sheets here, our welding torch again. Alright, and then again we're going to finish it off with the screwdriver, and here we have our hydraulic pipe bender. Okay, so once again, the hydraulic pipe bender. Good goodness gracious, I can't speak today. It's got an import over here, output over here. Resources go in, but stuff comes out. We got our power switch. We have our search. We have our arrows, which we're probably not going to do too much. We have our contents, and we have our ejector. It's pretty much the same thing, except for this is going to allow us to create stuff that we can't make with the auto lathe, alright? Specifically, if you look here, it's also known as the Atmos printer, or Atmos print, alright? The Atmos print should give you a pretty good idea about what all the stuff here is, especially with the little pipe icon there and stuff. basically, we make pipes and pipe-related things.
I sell propane and propane accessories.
So this is almost done here, and done. Oh, all right. So because we don't have enough materials to produce the next one there, it will not produce another one on us, so that's quite nice. And we'll put the electronics printer down here. Again, it's going to be the exact same story here. Iron sheets, welding torch, weld, drop, switch, switch, cable, 4 cable, welding torch, plastic sheets, screwdriver. Done. So, I'm guessing you can tell what the electronics printer does. It makes candy. No, the electronics printer, and we'll actually turn both these on. We'll take a look at some of the stuff that's in them. So we have like liquid canisters, gas canisters. We have some active vent. We have different types of vents there. A whole bunch of different plumbing related things, as well as some stuff. For example, if we go back up here, hydroponics related stuff here. Alright, so basically atmosphere, hydroponics, stuff like that is what's made here. Alright? And when I say atmosphere, we're pretty much talking about moving gases around, okay? The electronics printer, on the other hand, it's got everything related to electronics. So if you look, you'll notice some things that we may have mentioned, like the Atmos analyzer, or analyze the atmosphere. We got small battery cells over here and large battery cells over here. Here's our battery charger. So we can make a whole bunch of stuff related to electronics, including more solar panels. If we hover over that, we're going to need 10 iron, 2 gold, and 10 copper. So that is something we're going to want to make here. We're going to want to upgrade our power supply. Alright, but before that, there's something else we're going to want to do here. In fact, let's turn off the power here. Let's conserve it. We're at 43%, so that's why it's orange. We're actually, it's this kind of amber orange because we're below 50% there. So let's just save that for now. The next thing we're going to do is we're actually going to prepare for the next item we're going to get here. So again, we're going to place down 2 iron sheets like this. In fact, I'm going to place down another 2. Just in advance for the next project we're going to take on here. So we're going to do that. We're going to need our iron sheets here. We're also going to have to go, and acquire some more materials here very shortly. Alright, there we go. That's that done. We're going to need more of those iron sheets very shortly for the next thing we're going to be making. I don't want to start that project yet, though. We're kind of at this stage where it's not necessarily preferable to be using a lot of power. You know what? Actually, hang on. We're going to focus on power after all here. We have an opportunity to, so let's do it. Because of the timing of things here. So what I'm going to do... Oh, that's the wrong item. We're going to take some more iron frames. I'm going to place two iron frames up here like that. I'm going to drop those at the side here. And what we're going to do is we're actually going to be up... we're going to... hope we have enough time for this. Wrong belt. There we go. We're going to take... we're actually going to disassemble the solar panel here. Like so. And we're going to place another one here like this. And we're going to turn on our jetpack to do this. Ooh. Oh shoot, hang on. I forgot the iron sheets. I forgot the iron sheets. That was very bad. And we want to get this done here before daylight. Alright. That's not iron sheets, that's plastic. Oh my goodness, I am messing up big time here. I should just keep my sheets in my backpack at all times. Alright, make sure you have your iron sheets when you come up here to do this. Oh shoot, oh. I didn't quite land right. This is sad. This is sad. I'm not going to cut this in the video there because, you know, I feel it would be disingenuous of me to cut out all my mistakes here. So if you make some mistakes, don't feel too bad. Just hope they're not catastrophic. This has not been catastrophic, so it's just embarrassing is what it is. Okay, now we can safely walk around up here. So, we're going to... Also, remember your solar panel, everyone. We're gonna go up here. This is why I want to get a ladder. A ladder is going to come up here, alright? I'm just going to tell you right now, that is now becoming a big priority. Make sure the power port is on the left there. Take your glass sheet, put it on, and we're going to reconnect this up here. So we're going to hit C here. Oh, actually we're going to... That works, actually. That works, actually, because what we're going to have to do here, we're going to set it up where we can install more solar panels up here, thus giving us more power. Alrighty. So we're going to... Navigating in lunar gravity is not always the easiest thing in the world. And one more. Perfect. Okay. We're going to need to make some more wire. If you've ran out of wire at some point, you can actually, and you don't have all this set up yet, you can make more cable. Sorry, cable. Hang on. Let's actually make some. You can make more cable in here, type cable, and you'll be able to make some more cable coils. They only use 0.5 copper. Alright, so you can make 2 for 1 unit of copper. Now, technically the units are grams, but I'm not going to refer to them as grams for, well, does this... A gram isn't much, let's be honest. I think the unit of measure is a little off here, but we'll just go with it. Alright, so we're gonna make 2 more here. As you can see, they don't actually stack. Hang on. They don't actually stack, so you have to pick them up there. Later on, you can get something called a stacker that will stack the stuff for you. Actually, while we're at it, is it in here that we can make the ladder? Yeah, let's make a ladder. Ladders are cheap. They only are 2 grams of iron, so we'll make 3 ladders. We'll make 3 ladder units here. 1, 2, and you want to make sure you pick them up because it can yeet stuff off when, you know, it can't occupy the same space. Alright. Should have done this first. Save my jetpack fuel. Alright, and just like that. Alright, so now we can get up here to where the solar panel is. And we're just going to get everything wired up here for the next solar panel. It's best to do your solar panel stuff at night because they're not doing anything during the night. You know, they're just there, sitting there.
Standing around, smelling and being useless.
During the day, though, if you're modifying your solar, you're not capturing that solar. So it's kind of a waste to do it during the day. Let's see here. What was it I was going to make? Oh, yes, we were going to make another solar panel. So another basic solar panel. We're actually low on iron. How much is our battery at? 35. And what's our suit at? 80. Yeah, let's go ahead and we can run the smelter here. We're not gonna make a bunch of iron anyways, so. Plus, oh, I thought this. Yeah, the sun's starting to come up here, so that's fine. Give it a little bit here. Now, speaking of the jetpack, we haven't gotten into capturing gases and using gases and stuff, but you are able to do so. And so what your jetpack can actually take, you know, it's not like it needs some kind of special fuel in order to use your jetpack. You can put any gas in there and you'll be good to go. What's in there by default is nitrogen, in fact. So your nitrogen, I don't like using it because sometimes I use that nitrogen to help pressurize an environment there. Once again, we're aiming for 75% nitrogen, or sorry, 70% nitrogen, 30% oxygen for a pressurized environment. But, you know, for breathable atmosphere, that is. But sometimes that nitrogen isn't, you know, the easiest to come by. Alright, so our timing is actually pretty good here because we will be able to put our second solar panel up here and get it working just in time. As usual, I have... Yeah, I don't know why I was worried about that. The direction of it. Of course it was snapped. I didn't bring the glass sheets up, so we'll have to go back up. There we go. Alright, so now we've doubled our electrical production from solar. So that will help out with quite a bit of stuff. What we're going to do, I'm going to place 50 iron there, 36 there, and I'm going to place our coal here. We're going to need this. We're going to need this, not right away, but we will need this. So the next thing we're going to want to make, although we might need more iron for this, is a furnace. Not the arc furnace. Kit, in parentheses, furnace. And... hang on. I don't... where'd all of our stuff go? Let's do this. Yeah, we don't have enough iron for this. One thing you can do is if you leave the handles in the down position like that, you know you've removed all of your material. Yeah, we're gonna need more iron. So let's smelt the 36. We'll have to get more iron, but that's alright. We need this to proceed forward now. In fact, let's go ahead and mine that little bit there. Okay, our air tank is low as well as our hydration. So let's go back over our vitals here. We got air, we've got, you know, various gases in there. To refill your oxygen tank, go over to the lander, and there's this R2-D2-like thing up here. That is not an R2 unit. That right there is an oxygen tank. A big gas tank filled with oxygen. You actually have to remove it from the lander in order to use it there. Alright, so go ahead and do that with a wrench. You can grab it with these little handle things that are on it here. Take your air tank out of your suit. Go over to where this little caution thing is. Plop it in there. Take it out. Your air tank is now taken care of. Alright. It's that simple. It doesn't take long to do it. If you look on the air tank, you'll see that it was at max. Now we've consumed some air. You can also see what the pressure is inside there, the temperature, all of that good stuff. We'll get more into what all these numbers are later and how things kind of are affected there. But for now, let's begin production of our furnace. Oh, I forgot the copper. Copper. Start production. Again, this one's going to take a little bit of time. It's not going to be as slow as some things. It moves decent pace. That'll do it for this episode. Next time, we're going to construct another device here. And this one's going to help us progress further in the game here, because I'm going to give you a hint here. There's something we can't do with the arc furnace that this furnace is going to allow us to do. So we're going to get this furnace set up here, and from there we will be able to make some things. And once we get this going, we're going to be able to start progressing much more quickly here. So have a great day, everyone.